From my personal perspective, I think that we as a community have a thwarted view of power within itself. And so a lot of us think that money is power. And then some of us think that, what is it? The P word, pussy is power. Like sexuality is power. Sex is power. And then I was dating in Philly, for example. So like just the city that I was in. And so a lot of people, especially in the inner city, like their money and sex, that's people are consumed by that.
Yeah.
But that is not real power.
Yeah.
Right. And that's how some people will use, like women will use sex to control men. Men will use money to control women. And so I think it's interesting to see that power dynamic within our communities, happen. But what I will say, what is true power, is mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical, right? And if you can grow within those areas, all the areas, because everything is important, not just one, you can become the most powerful version of yourself, and you will attract those surface level things like automatically. Like if you are spiritually powerful, emotionally and mentally powerful, and you're physically healthy, there's nobody you couldn't have. There's not enough money that you couldn't make.
Right.
There's not a lot of people who are operating from that space.
Right.
But it's, on a personal level, I feel like the person that I was dating was really lost in just the physical and just wanted to like be in the streets because that was fun and that was a release and that felt powerful. And I think for a lot of Black men too, a lot of Black men don't really have a lot of safe spaces, like we were saying before, where they can feel like, I just want to get my mind off things. This is the one area in a sexual relationship that I have with somebody else where I can get my mind off things.
Yeah.
And so, like you take that away from me, what do I have? I don't have no power. Where's my power? And like for women and men, and it's also money too. You take that away from us, we don't have no power, but that's not true.
Right.
We have so much power. So that's kind of a little bit.
Ooh, man. So you said you want to hear my perspective. So I'll speak from my perspective. Like when we talk about relationships, if we talk about like traditional relationships, a lot of us as men have been taught that we are supposed to be the leaders in a relationship. So when I think about power and power dynamics, power struggles in a relationship, it goes back to what you were saying about money. For us as men, like if we're in a relationship with a woman that's like secure financially, some of us can like really, like a lot of us don't know how to operate in that. Like we don't know how to operate when a woman is like good, because we've been taught that our value lies in being valuable to someone else. And how we know to be valuable is to provide financially. Like that's all we know. So if I can't provide financially for you, I feel like, oh shit, you don't need me. I can't even fuck with you. So that's why you see a lot of the rhetoric online where it's like, if a woman is like educated and has a lot of things going on for her, men will be like, oh yeah, we're not messing with her. We good. Like there'll be a lot of like negative stuff associated with her. It's like, bro, what? Isn't this what you want? Don't you want a partner that's like on her shit so that you guys can both build together? But when you have that negative mindset that's influenced by societal views on what masculinity is and what it means to be a man, which is really just providing financially, but there's so much more to it than that, like you mentioned, then it makes it very difficult for you to find that healthy relationship because you're always trying to prove that you're actually valuable by providing money. And there's a lot of insecurity in that because it's like, yo, if I don't have money, I ain't shit. That's why you see, I do a keynote where I talk about like the 6 different dimensions of wellness. Where we talk about spiritual, mental, emotional, physical, social, and financial, right? The 6 different dimensions. What I always tell men is like a lot of us get caught up in the financial. That's all we care about. Get to the bag. The bag is the most important thing. I don't care if I'm overweight. I don't care if I'm depressed, anxious. I don't care if I have friends. The bag is the most important thing. right? But when we talk about those other things, overweight, that's physical, depressed, mental, emotional, not having friends, social, right? Like, but the financial is the most important thing. So everything else, I don't care about. I'm not dealing with that. I got to get this money. And then we get the money and we realize because we don't have the other 5, we fucked up. I got bread, but now I still feel like poop because I actually have not done anything to cultivate these other aspects of my life that are actually, now I'm realizing, now that I have the money, these are actually important. I have money, but I can't walk up a flight of stairs without being out of breath. I have money, but I have no friends around me because I didn't spend time working on my social health. I have money, but I'm depressed and burnt out because I did everything I needed to do to get into this job that now works me 60 hours a week just so I can say I make 6 figures. Is that really worth it?
Right.
Is it really worth it? Probably not.